Test, test. Yo, what's good, Broken Aviation? How's the audio? Is the music too loud? All right. All right. So we have updates. So we can now upload files, text files, and we can upload PDFs to Lunabrand. Where the hell? I need a PDF. Show me a PDF. And then once you upload it, maybe a tad lower. Yeah, we can make it lower. Test, test. All right. I think that should be fine. Yeah, so now we got PDFs and then we can ask questions. It currently is like super slow to ask questions because of like the GPT API just taking a lot of time. Not really sure what to do about that at the moment, but I found this repo a while ago, LangChain Go, and they've since made like a lot of progress on making it like kind of closer to what LangChain is, but I could have used LangChain Python, call it into it, but I just didn't want to. Because I knew that someone's bound to have implemented this in Go, so they've done it. A bit decent job. It could be better. But I wanted to add, there's a few things that I want to add to this because I want to have like function calls. What to add? That's the question. So I wanted to try to just focus on audio stuff, but someone was asking for like PDF and just straight text files to upload, so I added that. But I wanted to have better audio support. Also, another really cool thing that I added was the Whisper. OpenAI has Whisper as an API that you can hit. And the goal of having it be hitting the API or an option to hit the API as opposed to just having the transcription run locally is the first point is the deployment was just like super slow. Like I needed like a much more beefy computer to run the transcription, so I just decided to hit the API for now. And if I need to have like offline security focused support for whatever reason, like that's always an option, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep it like that. So what to add? So I need to add OpenAI function calls. OpenAI has function calls that you can hit. It's their docs. Somewhere in here, GPT function calling. So function calls function calls are nice because that lets us get structured data out of ChatGPT. Because right now, if you were to like ask a question, like, what does this note talk about? Kind of takes a little bit of time, and then the result is just straight text. I want to be able to ask this question and then get like structured data out, so you could do things. Like, I kind of had this vision of like I'm having a conversation with someone, or I upload a conversation and I ask them like, what's your phone number? And they say the phone number. So we can, I think this, yeah. Testing 1 2 3. I am talking. Is this actually transcribing? Maybe, maybe not. No such file or directory. Whoops. Was not built. Oh, and then I need to do... Oh, maybe this works. What? Transcribing. Oh. I need to... Oh, this config screwed up. Whoops. Offline true. There's so many terms I don't know. Well, you can ask. If there's anything you don't know, just ask me. I'm checking out the chat in case anyone has like a question. Alright, so live transcribe. Alright, it's listening for my iPhone. That's okay. Alright, so the idea is that if I'm talking to someone and I'm like, say, hey, how's it going? And we're seeing what's going on in the conversation. And I'm like, hey, what's your phone number? And they're like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. And then I were to ask the AI, what is the what are phone numbers mentioned in this transcript? I believe that this should work. Yeah, there you go. Sick. So that's fucking sick. So I have no idea why I'm ever here. Yeah, why are you here? Why are you watching me? What's interesting to you? I want to know. You get to see like some AI shit. Like, I don't know. I don't know if this is interesting, what I'm showing. Maybe it is. Yeah, so okay, let's do that. Let's make this a goal. I want to be able to get phone numbers out of a transcription using the OpenAI function. I'm just a kid walking into a college lecture. What's the lecture on? What class? That's so sick. It's so sick that this is working. This feels like magic. What I find interesting is like when I upload a file, like a audio file, and I do the transcription, it doesn't quite feel as magical as like this. This is like crazy to me that I'm like talking and I am more or less seeing the words that I'm saying as I am saying them. Like, I want to build something around this feeling. What do you... Is AI encoding stuff? No idea what any of it is. Well, what do you want to know? I can teach you something. You gotta ask questions though. Here, I'll ask ChatGPT. What are questions can ask if they have no idea what AI and coding stuff is? All right, ChatGPT is going to tell us. What is artificial intelligence? How does code work? What is the role of coding in AI? What languages are commonly used in coding for AI? I could probably definitely answer all of these in quite detail, quite a good amount of detail. All right, we're gonna try to do the the function call. All right, so that's what are gonna be our objective is. The function call. Oh, I want to add a little more details here. So what else do I want to add? I want to add GitHub integration so that you can see what issues you have open, and then GPT generates some questions to ask you. That's what I wanted to add, because I think that what I want to turn this into is like something for teams. So you're like talking and you are seeing you're talking and you are seeing what you are saying as it relates to like your stand-up update. That's what I want to build towards, because I think that that's something that we know a lot about, how teams sort of work and what the dynamic is. And I don't know. I also want to do this. I also want to live transcribe what is being said in a Discord stream. This is an example, but I don't think that this worked. I think what I ended up using was Craig. Craig is like a bot that listens and then transcribes the meeting. Or no, maybe it just listens. I don't think it actually transcribes. I think it literally just listens. So that's that. We talked about LangChain Go. They have the function call example, which I think is what I was going to use. Yeah, so we're going to try to do that function call with this. And then I wanted to do example function call will look for phone numbers in what has been said, and then let someone text that number the link to the transcript session, something. So that's what I want to do. GPT. Okay. Oh, I also wanted to integrate, this is like for fun. I wanted to integrate DALL-E 2 so that you can get images based on what has been talked about. So then I can ask, based on what has been talked about, generate me a DALL-E 2 prompt. For generating an image. So let's see, can I just take this and then do DALL-E online? Oh, I think we're gonna have to add the code if we want to do that. This is the guy. I love in Go, there's always like the guy. There's always the guy that like has the thing. It's like you just trust image. Then I'm gonna make a new code thing here. Message generate image request, and then that takes a string prompt, and then message generate image response has an image. So now we can say go generate so now we'll have a problem here because it says we need to implement this method. I love this. Click a button. There's the method definition. And we'll just stick it at the bottom. And then we're going to call this API. Client. Is there Hey, interpret this as you will, but I just want to say that it seems like you've got a pretty full life compared to me, a kid sitting in my room looking at a guy. I mean, I've spent so much time, like, just idling. And I'm also just a guy in a room looking at code. You're just looking at someone trying to learn. Are you in college? Are you a college person? Oh man, I want to set up a... You can tune in. You can... I can jump on voice with me if you want to. I need to like have... I'm not. Dude, WebRTC, I really want to... That's sick. Oh, a high schooler. Oh, that's sick. Can't right now. Well, if you ever want to, I need to figure out... I want to have that. I want to have... Because Discord's really annoying. I just want like an online WebRTC thing. I've been reading a book about WebRTC. Why does WebRTC need a dedicated subsystem for connecting? This shit's so complicated. Okay. I want Monk C agent generate image prompt string. I think it's going to be like string is the URL and that. I think I'm going to call... So we currently have a collision here with OpenAI, so you're going to call it something different. Go ape. That'll be it. And then we'll have g OpenAI dot new client with auth token config. Client is that. And then the hell's the request? Create image. Create image. Image request. Image request. Prompt. Prompt. Response dot data at 0. What even is that? What's even what? This is code. This is code, motherfucker. Not enough arguments. Context. I don't... Sure, we'll pass in the context. Sure. I'm nice. I'm a good boy. I guess generate images. If we have an error, we'll use low. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hello dot map over collection response dot data, and then our function, which takes in whatever this type is, image response data inner, g OpenAI data image response data inner, and then it returns the only type, and that's a string. So we're gonna return image, nope, inner.url. Why do we have a problem here? Oh, we need index too. We don't need the index though. So we use an underscore. There we go. Our type safe map. I think people don't like types because their tooling is not good. Like if your tooling's good, you just like tab complete shit. So then we do p dot, oh. Okay. Images at 0. We don't like that. Why? Oh. Okay, but seriously though, I kind of get freaked out by how big the internet is. Like, there's so many communities that I have no clue about, and the people in it got such big lives. I mean, everyone in the world, people got their lives going on. Everyone's living their life. I think it's really easy to get imposter syndrome on the internet because you like look at it and then you're like, wow, there's so many smart people. There's actually a great story that I have. I used to do like Brent Chris used to do security auditing, like for code and shit. And I like looked at this like Bluetooth stuff for like a long time, so long. And it was like a year of my life that I would just grind. I would go to work, I'd come back, and then I would work until like 2 a.m. like every day. Cause I wanted to get a vulnerability. Like that's what security taught me to do, is like you find vulnerabilities, and if you don't, you're no one. You're who are you? And so there's this company called Armis, who's now like a really big company. They're like super business. Like they go to Black Hat. They're a company. They got so much money, and their company started because of this paper about they just smashed all of the Bluetooth stacks. Like they could like take over so much shit. And so I'm like, man, okay, maybe this is my big break. Maybe if I look here in this code, I'll get the vulnerabilities. And yeah, so I just went down this hole because I'm like, I need to find vulnerabilities. And so I did some research and I found all of these different things. I'm sure this is like currently like the state of the art in terms of, or a pretty relevant blog post. So I tried to document, like after some time, I just couldn't find any vulnerabilities, and it was just like so sad. So what I ended up doing was just writing this blog post to be like, I need to get something out. I need to move on with my life because I feel so shit about this because I can't find any vulnerabilities. And so I wrote about the protocol stuff, and HCI is like a layer in the Bluetooth stack, and I just dumped all my notes that I had about this. And there's a lot of detail here. Like it goes on for a while, and this was documenting all of the things that people were finding at the time. I'm inspiring the youth. Yeah, these were like all the things, and there was like this motherfucker who just kept finding the vulnerabilities. He was like some Chinese guy, and I was like, you son of a bitch. And then he eventually gave a talk about it, and he was looking at code that like I was looking at, but he pulled out like this specific page from Microsoft talking about like C++ or C and like their data types and what happens when you use one on one side and one on another. I might have it in here somewhere. More details in the presentation. Oh no. Oh no, yeah, this was the dude. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Whoa. Why'd they take it down? Wow. That's weird. Weird. Yeah. That's strange. That's strange that it's gone. Weird. Yeah, this was the dude. Oh, that's sick. He's got a Chicago Bulls shirt on. Oh, he's a fucking sick. Man, dude, this was a really good presentation. That's crazy that I got like no knowledge. Ah, that's so annoying. Wow, dead link. Well, anyway, that's fucking hilarious. Okay. So, yeah, this is like a protocol about how you can so Bluetooth lets you like run Wi-Fi so someone else can use your Wi-Fi connection over Bluetooth, and that this is like the protocol for establishing that. And oh yeah, Quarks Lab, I really wanted to work for them. They're so cool. They also released this vulnerability about Bluetooth, and man, dude, I was so pissed because these people were finding them, and it's like, man, dude, I can't find it at all. And I've done all this research, and I put this out, and I just remember thinking like, I don't like this blog post. This is a stupid blog post, but it felt so good to just release it because I just needed to get it out. And what was really cool was Google went through the process of securing their Bluetooth stack because there were so many vulnerabilities. Like they did the analysis, and I remember looking at this and being so amazed at like how systematic they were. Like, let's take a look at the data, what's going on, like why are we having problems with our code? And then it's like, let's redesign it, let's change the code as a result of the trends that we were seeing. And at the time I was working at Uber and seeing how our security team was working, it's like, this is the right way to go about security. Is you study the data of people like hacking your shit, and then you're like, let's remove that, let's fix that. And the code was so bad originally. So yeah. And man, dude, I got so much knowledge about this space. That's insane. It's so crazy looking at it because I don't touch this at all anymore because it just sucked my life. Like people that do this as their job, it's just like, this is, you go deep. You're so deep. You're trying to see through the code and like find a way. When was this? Oh man, when was this? 2019 is when I published it, so I was like working on it like 2018. Yeah, I just don't want to do security like this anymore, unfortunately, but it taught me so much. It is crazy how much I learned because of this. Yeah, 6 years ago, I remember looking at this code and running it, and I don't know if it actually ever landed or not. And that's another thing that I realized about these types of vulnerabilities is that they are, you could argue, like pretty impactful because everyone has a device. But when you think about it, it requires everything to go right, and it's hard to get a reliable exploit these days. There's certain types of exploits that are more reliable than others, but you compare that to the fact that every website runs code. Like even GitHub, this is a website runs code. And if you get a vulnerability in GitHub, I would argue that's probably a bigger deal than popping people's Bluetooth thing. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, odds are like the direct immediate impact of popping GitHub, like as the website, like there's real value in there. So working at Uber, seeing like the course of application security and being like, okay, there's like a lot of websites. They're still so vulnerable. Like you go to Shodan and you just search for websites that have a specific version. You go to like exploit DB. You find like exploits that are out in the wild and search like WordPress. This is like literally how people hack shit. You find this, you try to figure out like, okay, what could I search? Yeah, don't I search like you just search like WordPress. Maybe I need to log in. Yeah, and then you just like make something that runs that, and then there's also like bug bounty stuff. It's just there's so many avenues for being a hacker. And I remember used to thinking about web stuff as like easy. It was like kids playing CTFs. It was just like, oh yeah, web, like that's for losers. But it's like, man, dude, web's actually like, it's so important. Like that's how we do everything. And so I started getting way deeper into programming, and here we are. And now what I really want to build is my universal proxy. I don't know if I have that. I don't know if I have a code name for that in my notes or not. Universal proxy. Let me see. Get some ChatGPT. Write me names for a program that would serve as a universal proxy between different software and hardware protocols. Uniproxy, crosslink, protoflow. Yo, what the fuck? Oh shit, that's so hype. I gotta send that to my friends that when we work on protoflow. That's fucking sick. All right, so so I literally have been working on a project called Protoflow. Oh, that's so funny. Protocol Bridge, OmniLink, Proxy Fusion, LinkSphere, UniBridge, Protocol Mesh, Synergy Link, Intercommune. What? Uniproxy crosslink. Maybe crosslink? I don't know. It can't be protoflow. And maybe it can. Maybe to flow. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Yes. All right. So I want to be able to send data from one piece of software to another without thinking about it. That's something that's always bothered me. Like you're on a web browser. It's like, why is it not just so straightforward to send code to like Python? And that's like where it connects. Like this company's building like the Connect protocol over gRPC. And this is just like, it's just such a great idea because you can start working towards that. There's other things that need to have happened, but that's sick. All right. We're trying to build this image thing. So generate image, string image. This should just work. Now we need to be able to call it. Documents, GitHub. I guess we'll just use gRPC UI. So now we should be able to. I want to play Call of Duty. I've been trying to set up a LAN party room. So there's gonna be a house or a room in my house that has like a whole LAN party set up. It's gonna be sick. Lunabrain. Ah, what the hell? There's more than just that. Oh. Yeah. So now we have to restart this. There we go. And then generate image, prompts, and then I think we asked somewhere. Yeah. All right, let's see if this works. We're trying to generate an image. Invoke. Look at that. It ran. There we go. Let's see what we got. It doesn't do well with text. What was it supposed to generate? Create an image depicting a coding session where an AI algorithm is being written and used to identify phone numbers in a conversation transcripts. I don't think that quite worked. Oh yeah, let's not have this just be one thing either. Images repeated. And it's going to be images. Oh, there's another thing that I want to do. Go into the notes. Yeah. Right. Or clean up Protoflow so that it can be used as a debugging tool for gRPC. And then also I want it to what else do I want it to? You see that I play the bass? Sick. Oh, yeah, I should post my link to Spotify. Oh, did you see the Nasty Bass playlist? I love that playlist. Yeah, I got this course open. I haven't practiced in a while, but Scott's Bass Lessons is an amazing site. Yeah, Nasty Bass. All right. Debugging tool for gRPC, and then also update, modify, or add a new service method, update protobuf. Update protobuf, magic desk, magic light, update protobuf, generate new files. Okay. So those are notes because I want Protoflow to help me code faster. So let's see. I generated these files. Now we'll have a complaint over here because now it's generate images, and then it's images, jizz. All right. Okay. So now we'll run this. Thank you. Protoflow, generate image. That should be images. You can't find the Nasty Bass playlist? What? Is it not public? Nasty Bass. Yeah, it should be public. No, I want this to be public. Can I edit profile? What? Choose photo. Background. It's annoying. Insert another AOL online CD. You're probably out of minutes. What do you mean? Okay. Now that's running. We need to restart that. Oh my gosh. If only I could not have to be so picky, but it has to be generated images. And then prompt is going to be what we generated from there. We're going to get some horrible images. Let's see if they are anything close to what they should be. There's only one. Okay, fantastic. Oh God, that's so cursed. Oh, that's terrifying. Is there like another AI model that you can like fix up text? Kind of looks like Google search results. AI model for adding text to an image. I don't want to listen to this guy. Oh. Looks like you stable in painting seems to be the model. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I'll subscribe to this guy. He seems interesting. Drinking won't affect my baby. What the fuck? Okay. Well, this image thing does not seem that promising, so it's kind of fun to think about, but we're gonna close that out. So what did I want to do? There's something I want to do. So yeah, you can test Luna Brain out here. You have to like register first. Like you gotta go to register and then like sign up with something. So yeah, you can upload files and then ask it questions. It's kind of fucked, and it's probably going to go super slow, but theoretically it works. We're trying to call the function. That is what we had set out to do. So we got ask, and now we're going to say call. I really want to get like structured data out though. I don't want to have to write this JSON schema. I did find the protobuf JSON schema generator. Uh-oh. All right, by Broken Aviation. May or may not be back. Well, have fun. Gen. JSON schema. Okay. The rotting brain. Oh man. Sure, whatever. He's a whiz on the computers. I think I should just maybe write this for now. No, but I want to do it. I want to see how this works. Chat completion message. Create chat completion request and then response. That has a function call. My question with this is, I don't necessarily. How does this with functions thing work? I'm curious. Do they use like reflection? I don't really want it to work like that is the problem. I want my types to be handled a little differently. We can pass in a struct. Function call. Okay. Somewhere here we run infer. Then I want infer to optionally run a function. Want it to run a function. It's probably maybe a little more that goes into here Because I realize you also need to say call the function. Let's see where this gets used. Just adds it. Yeah, I still think I want to call this myself. All right. Guess what is annoying is that the function might want to be run over a series of things. Which, right, if I do it like this, I won't get. That's kind of annoying. That's the advantage of this other one. But I want to do it like this. I want to see if this works. All right, we're going to see if this works. I just don't think it's worth it to try to do this. Because I know I can just straight up copy and paste this. We're just going to do, it's just not how I want it. Gotta suck it up sometimes. I think this is the hack that we need. Function call. Working. That's what we're working on. And this is the function that could be called. if I define the function here, and then actually, what the fuck? How does this get called? What in the fuck? What the fuck is this code doing? Holy shit. Wait, maybe this example doesn't work? Okay, maybe it's just not complete. Maybe it like actually just returns you. Okay, so it doesn't actually call the function. What type is this? The fuck is this type? Schema. It's a pointer. And then you pass in functions. So that the caller can get control over how this is used. So when you infer and then maybe we'll comment this out for now. And then that becomes call with our context functions. And then I am assuming that this will just kind of work. And so let's see, public, I need to get this file. Okay, so I want to include these. Okay, so we'll have an example in here. Read file, get phone numbers, response, that JSON, and an error. If error, otherwise we're going to what's the problem with this? There we go. Get phone numbers, and then we'll say functions is actually equal to get phone numbers. Oh, that's kind of annoying. But at least we'll have a standard thing. So we need to decode it. JSON dot unmarshal. Let's ask ChatGPT for this. Write me a Go struct that unmarshals can I do untyped? Or what the hell is it called? Quick types. Quick type. Language. Go. Okay. definitions is not this, it's a map of string to something that has properties that refactor rename definition properties is also not this. This is also going to be a map of string to any, I think. I think we only need this. Yeah. That's the problem. Get phone response. Okay. So now our definition will look like name which one at definitions, we'll call definitions definitions. I think so. Title and properties. You have arrived on just the tip. Wow. Oh, this is a JSON.raw message. Cool. So we don't need this anymore, because that becomes funcs. Then we have our call dot name. Let's just log dot debug what that is. Name. So that should we should be able to see if response we should be able to Wow. Alright, so now we should be able to deserialize this with JSON. But let's just say okay. Just for testing. I also want to get rid of these system dependencies as a requirement. So I think now let's reload. We had this live chat. I think if I just hit enter, no. Because I think we should be calling now instead of asking. We're doing the call. Let's see if that works. Invalid schema for function get phone numbers response. The fuck? I think you said something along the lines of this before, but my REST driver looks like you. Interesting. Oh, I wanted to see if that's not good. This was a mistake. Should be an observable. Call. Turn. Okay. I don't know if that's right. I don't think that's right. I wanted to see the calls. For some reason, I can't seem to get this right. Events. New events. What's the problem here? From channel. What's the lore of your username? I used to watch The Marvelous Breadfish. So this would be like on replay.
The marvelous breadfish.
Swimming in the ocean waters. Have you seen that marvelous breadfish? It's like an inverse sandwich for the fishermen and sharks. Yeah, so now that's on loop, and I would just loop it all the time in high school. And so someone gave me the name Bread Chris because I would just like listen to it all the time. Okay. I'm confused why this isn't working. Genuinely. Son of a bitch. Oh. Let's just get rid of the callbacks, perhaps. Maybe it's a bug. It could be a bug in the code. Probably theirs. I'm not admitting defeat. Okay, well that ran. We didn't log the error though. Why? Weird. Should see the error somewhere. I think I'm too young to understand. It was just the humor of the time. Just internet humor. It's the memes. They're OG memes. So an error should be sent. Let's see if maybe if I get an error there. Okay. Well, I don't want to do that there. So that means that there's an error here. But then we're not logging. I thought I logged those. Server. Interceptors. The interceptors do log. Interesting. I don't want to deal with this right now. We'll just stick it a bit. API return unexpected status code 400 invalid schema for function get funner. Schema must be a JSON schema of type object got type none. You gotta actually go this time. Oh no. That's so sad. Bye-bye. Okay. We didn't get the right. So let's see how these are built. I think we're gonna go to debug mode here. Okay. Say ASDF. What do we got here? Let's see what our function call looks like. Oh, I see. Type object properties. Where does that type object? So it's actually the value when we're building those values, just straight value. Because that's kind of strange. Title. Yeah, sure. Okay, whatever. I think this might just work. Okay, something happened. Let's go. That's... Whoops. Alright. That's fucking sick. Let's go. Alright, so now that we have that, now I can deserialize it. Okay. Let's see. I think I want to... I don't think I want this to be an observer, TBH. See, they have the streaming example, but I don't know what value that really adds. Streaming, so you can stream... because you're not going to see the full thing until the end anyway. So I don't get the point of that. So I think this observable is wrong here because you call and then you get a string back. Okay, looks good to me. And now that's no longer an observable. That's going to be a I'll just call that call. And now we're going to handle this here by saying f in range funcs if call dot name, then we're going to call that function with the arguments. It's going to have an embedded LMS function definition, and then it's also going to have prototype, which is going to be a proto buff dot the hell is it? The hell is it called? It's not desk. Proto parse. Proto message. And the function is going to be a function that accepts do I want to add a generic here that's like prototype is of type T. Function T returns an error. Maybe a string and an error. Oh, I see. How do you do this? We'll figure this out later. We'll figure that out later. We'll say if dot name get good. What the hell happened? Oh. Get Finiverse response. We're gonna call okay. This might work. Oops. Maybe this one. Nope. Why? What's going on here? Completion function call exists. F and call both declared. Okay, so that does work. That's pretty sick. So we have an example function in there that runs. Now we just need to clean this up so that it can be extended much easier. Because you should be able to this to happen automatically. All right, I think this is gonna be it for the stream. I got what I needed working. All right, let's take a note of it. I'm gonna take a note. Got this working. It was my stream objective.